with a win if they can do so here at home against Western Carolina. So glad to have you with us here in Winston-Salem as the Demon Deacons will have it to start things off. Quick three on the outside, off by Mary Carter, and right on cue in the paint, Kennedy Moore on the offensive glass. And boy, Wake has been so good in the paint here in the early parts of this season.
I'll tell you more about their double situations inside out later on. Go ahead.
Bowers, Hunter, Hollifield, Dijon, Malumba, the starting five for Western Carolina, same five that we have seen throughout the course of the last couple of ball games. They have mixed it up, has Coach Sissipas here a little bit. And a turnover will send it back here to Wake Forest.
So we're popping their stats up. I wanted to make sure you knew this is a Wake Forest basketball team that's really done a great job in dominating the paint. We'll tell you more as this game goes on, but they've done two things totally different from what we've seen out of Wake Forest: attempting three-point shots and then getting glass or paint touches and scoring.
Boy, Moore had a really good look, missed it, but there again on the offensive glass, Milan Brown. So 2 offensive stickbacks to start this game off for the Deeks.
This is a crazy thing to think about. Milan Brown is the smallest player on the team, but she leads this team in offensive rebounds.
When you have a guard that can rebound like that, does so many things for you. Turn and face up, and the jump is good. Jumper is good by Ari Dizon, a grad student out of Tampa and a transfer from Cal State.
Ari Dijon at 6'1" has a nice mid-range game. Like you said, a transfer, has missed one ball game, but she gives them that mid-range scoring ability that I think they're going to have to counteract the bigs for Wake Forest tonight.
Brown goes baseline. She'll kick it out to Sorby. Shot clock winding down on this possession at 5 now for Sorby. She'll have to create. Drives, nice feed underneath. And with the shot clock expiring, Oliver converts in the paint.
Nice job that time by Sorby, not panicking with the clock winding down. Found the paint. Not a nice pass, and if you get it inside, Grace Oliver can finish.
6 points all in the paint for Wake to start off this game. Underneath, pretty feed to Dijon. She couldn't convert that time. Catamounts get the offensive rebound, and a 3 outside by Allie Hollifield.
Second chance opportunities. They do a nice job of rebounding as well. Josh Malumba being one of those players. But finding Hollifield, her 13th three-point basket of the season.
Yeah, leads the way for Western Carolina from beyond the arc, and the Catamounts within 1. Missed shot underneath, and now Western can take the lead here on this trip.
They're going to get good looks inside. You've got to be able to finish them strong. Expect some contact and finish. Carter didn't do it that time.
Hunter finds one she likes, holds the pose, and knew it was going in as soon as it left her fingers.
Another solid young player for this Western Carolina team is Taj Hunter. Knocking down threes. She can handle the basketball. And again, if she can give them some perimeter scoring, that just makes it even better for Western Carolina.
Well,
so can she.
Yeah, Sorby says, I got your answer. Just her 3rd made 3 of the season. Puts Wake back up by 1.
Well, Sorby took over the starting role about the last month of the season. She's not relinquished it. Doesn't score as much as maybe you would think a point guard does, but she handles the floor, handles the basketball, makes some really good decisions. Good to see her get on the board early.
Turnover as Western tried to get it into the paint. Sorby the other way, cautiously brings it across the timeline. Now she'll drive it into traffic, scoops it, but couldn't quite get the roll.
I like the aggression we're seeing out of Wake Forest.
Bowers might have had it partially blocked there underneath by Moore. And an empty trip for Western.
They are really excited about Tina Bowers, a young player from Liberty, North Carolina. She's got potential to be a big-time scorer.
Brown had another offensive rebound, couldn't get that one to drop in. And last touched by Wake Forest underneath, and so it will be Western Carolina basketball. Betsy Burnett now will check in, a junior guard out of Charlotte. Transfer from Johnson C. Smith.
And she had some solid ball games at Johnson C. Smith, Division II school out of Charlotte, and can be a potential knockdown three-point shooter. She's got to find a rhythm, I think.
That's Burnett right there holding, flows it to Dijon, who just turns and faces and puts Western back up by 1.
Well, at 6'1", Dijon's got the ability to step out and make the shot. One of the problems with Wake Forest playing that 2-3 zone or matchup out of that. So sometimes you give up the middle. I think that's the place you can't give it up, and they do. And when it happens, sometimes bad things happen.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing that happened for Wake as Grace Oliver steps out to knock home a three.
Yeah, and again, we talked about it in the open, her versatility, the ability to score inside as well as outside, only her second three-point basket. But Grace Oliver can be dangerous scoring a lot of places on the court.
Dijon kicks it cross court to Burnett, misses her first try. And last touched by Western Carolina, so it will be Wake Forest basketball.
Yeah, but you think about Grace Oliver, who played at Colorado last season, knocked down 15 threes last year. Only her second three-point basket, but you saw she was very comfortable stepping out. And Mary Carter could knock down threes, Oliver, and we see what they're able to do along with Kennedy Morris. So the bigs, they pose a problem, and that allows actually your inside players to be able to go in and make some plays.
Oliver had that three partially blocked by Taj Hunter. And with just under 5 on the clock here in the first, we've got a timeout. Wait, so a little bit of everything to start off the year for Western Carolina.
Well, like you said, they got off to a good start. The 2 games they won, they had more assists than they had turnovers. The other 3, they've had more turnovers than they've had assists. And they've shot poorly, 15 out of 57, I think it is, from the 3 lands. So better competition, of course, in some cases. I think they were very disappointed with the loss to UNC Asheville, a team that they thought that they should have beaten and were better in. UNC Asheville in their second year there. But this is a good Western Carolina team that's going to get better as the year goes on. So Wake Forest has got a tough test, I think, today.
Caitlin Jones, the freshman, on the floor for the first time, along with Raven Preston.
I like the fact that Wake Forest is a bit more aggressive today offensively. In their game against North Carolina Central, they had spots where they were very aggressive. They had spots where they turned the ball over too much and didn't shoot, didn't rebound. And I guess Prishibia got that point across to him over the last couple of days.
And nearly turning it over. Shot clock keeps ticking away. Opal Bird is looking inside. 6 on the clock here now on this Wake possession, which has been slowly developing.
So if you're Western Carolina, play solid defense now for 6 seconds. Don't get impatient and try to foul.
Jones will have to create, steps through, and offensive rebound on the weak side by Preston, but she couldn't get it to drop.
That was a good defensive set for Western Carolina, but again, Reagan Preston comes in and instantly something good happens for Wake Forest.
She's a lot of fun to watch.
Oh, she is.
There's Dijon right there at that middle of the zone. She'll kick it out to Hunter, and she's made her second 3.
Ball touched the middle. You're able to get your shooters located, and she just spots up and knocks down her second three-point basket. Had 2 against Oklahoma, had 2 against Virginia Lynchburg, 2 against Wake Forest so far.
Puts Western up by 1.
See, this is the thing you've got to avoid if you're Wake Forest. Letting the ball stop. They're better when the ball is moving.
Shot clock ticking down, but straight down the middle goes Mary Carter.
Mary Carter's ability to step outside the top of the key, make a shot, make a pass, or in that case, drive, is something that's going to be very valuable as Wake Forest team happens. But again, she took her time, was able to finish the play.
Her first bucket here in the first half. Burnett, quick pull-up, jump shot, free throw line, off the mark. Now Jones into the front court, long hit ahead to Oliver. She tried to go underneath, tied up underneath, and the jump ball and the possession arrow will send it the other way.
Grace Park is in the ball game. Pack, I should say, from Western Carolina. Had some success at Gardner-Webb. Has got a little size and maybe can kind of protect that middle and take away that high-low set that Wake Forest has done so much and had so much success with this season.
Jones is going to pick up full court. A lot of pressure there on Hollifield, who handles it, and now we'll try to get this Western offense set. Again, right to that middle post area along the elbow. Dijon, though, can't convert this time. Get ahead to Jordan. She'll drive it in. Layup is good.
Nice job by Madison Jordan to finish it. Thought she was going to try to flare out to the wing like she loves that jump shot. Took that aggressively to the hole.
Wake by 3.
Oh, this is a good matchup right there. 5 versus 5.
Whistle off the ball. And
watch this in transition. Didn't settle for the jump shot. Put it to the hole aggressively, protected the outside. Goes up strong. That's a good basket from Madison Jordan. If she's moving, moving to the basket or either spotting up and looking aggressive at the hole, she's a much better. She's a dynamic player. When she's flat-footed or she's turned to one side as a shot, they don't fall.
that whistle underneath was an offensive foul on Grace Pack, 6'2" senior for Western Carolina. Wake Forest basketball up by 3. Carter quickly fires a 3, had a good look at it.
And that shot on the wing is going to be there a lot for Wake Forest.
Boy, they really step out on Hollifield, denying her a look. Drive off the mark by Bennett. And Wake now, under 2 left to go here in the first, leading by 3.
Oh, nice look.
Jones, pretty feed to Bird underneath. She just kind of held her presence, calmly went up and laid it in.
Well, those guards are small, and we talk about Brown, we talk about Jones. They got to find a spot to get in the paint, either make the shot or the pass. She did a great job getting the defender to come up and giving up the pass for the easy layup.
Lead is 5 for Wake. Dijon had it blocked by Jordan. Here comes Jones. Burnett nearly knocked it away from her. Drive in by Bird. She's fouled hard, and we'll have a couple free throws coming up. Wake really moving the basketball well.
Well, I love this. There's your penetration. Got right there. Stop, pivot. 2 defenders pick up the ball. 1 doesn't know where it is, makes the pass, and the big goes up, catches the ball with 2 hands. Watch this move. Right there. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Pass, catch, turn, score. It wasn't that fast on the turn score, but you got the message. You got the idea. I like that, though. Keep the basketball moving. Make smart decisions. And I think you're going to see a lot of penetrating scores like that from Milan Brown along with Jones, both freshmen.
Yeah, they don't just come in the game looking to fill time. They come in to have an impact. And there's a difference, right?
Yeah, it is. And I tell you what I like, too, is Jones did a really nice job denying Hollifield the basketball. So you're pressuring the ball there, and you know you got bigs protecting. So you seal that middle, make them go to a wing and play on one side of the floor.
Zimmerman inside now for Western Carolina.
Zimmerman more of a screener and a rebounder than a one-on-one player, but she's got to be able to take that little mid-post shot.
5 to shoot on this trip. Here's Hunter now with 3 to shoot. Quick pull-up jump shot, just short. And a nice defensive set there for Wake Forest. As Hunter, who's made a couple threes, was forced to get a shot up there with the shot clock winding down. So now Aurora Sorby back in the game for this Wake Forest offense. About 3 seconds separate game clock and shot clock as errant 3 by Jordan. Burnett quickly the other way, and now we'll bring it back out as Western can hold for the last shot if they want here to close out this first quarter. And it looks like that's what Hunter is going to do.
Okay, drop Sorby right there in the middle on that possession. Then they're kind of guarding the middle, making him have to go to one side.
Burnett with the step back 3, and right at the buzzer, and it should be good. They'll count it for Taj Hunter.
And that's good that you can learn like that and win. You know, that's a good thing. And you look at that 5-0 streak, 22 season, 21-22, it was 7-0, on way to winning 10 out of their first 11. So there's a possibility there of some good things.
Yeah, nice feed and a nice play set up out of that first quarter timeout as Brown scores on the inside. Wake had gone on a 7-0 run to close out the first quarter before that buzzer beater went in for Hunter. And 21-15 now here just to start the second.
I like their activity on defense, Wake Forest. There are going to be some shots available for Western Carolina. They've got to be able to knock them down.
Oliver steps out for three. A little strong on that one. And be a whistle on Sorby, who was trying to sneak in there and go to the offensive glass.
Well, watch this, Scott. Goes inside, nice little bounce pass. And this is where Milan Brown, believe it or not, scores most of her points in the paint. You know, we look at those paint numbers, and we'll look at them in halftime, and you see why Wake is dominant. Well, you've got a 5'8" freshman guard from Baltimore, Maryland that's one of your top inside players, and that's why. Good spacing at times she cuts. She's yet to make a three-point basket, but she's averaging about 9 points a ball game.
Yeah, a little too aggressive there defensively, but she's got 4 points, does Brown, 4 of the 14 paint points for Wake Forest. Right to your point.
And I just like the attitude of Brown right now, and also Madison Jordan. They're being very aggressive. Don't worry about making an error. Just play and letting her be aggressive. You know, gets the motor revved up for her a little bit. I think she's been a little tentative sometimes.
Well, I had a coach who used to tell me, if you're coming off the bench, you're not just coming just to give somebody a breather. Go in there and try to have an impact. That's why you're on the floor, and these folks are doing it for Wake Forest, freshmen or whatever year they may be.
First really good look that they could contest that time for Hollifield. She had a good look, but they had a hand in her face too, therefore she missed it. But she's been very quiet, only 2 points in the game. 3 actually.
Shot clock under 10. There's Jordan stepping out for 3. Sorby gets the offensive stick back this time, but spins out for her. And here does come Hollifield.
Sorby quickly.
And Taj Hunter a little too quick with the movement of those pink shoes, and will head the other way off the turnover. See, that's the one drawback about that, Stan.
What's that?
Wear the flashy shoes, they're going
you
to
can
catch
see
you,
them.
right?
Yeah,
they're going to catch you.
See, I miss the days, and I don't know how it's got by me, of all these teams, everybody wearing different color shoes. Back in the day, you had to wear the same kind of shoes.
Oh, you better believe it.
I left the shoes on the bus, and you didn't play. I mean, now everybody pink and yellow and red. That's not even the colors, but hey, I mean, if they're free, wear them.
That's right.
That's a good look again. Madison Jordan has come out very aggressive, looking for a shot. She's been in some rhythm, and she is, remember, she was a 2,000-point scorer in high school, so she knows how to put it in.
Largest lead of the game here in the first half for Wake Forest at 9. And a turnover, and here come the Deeks. Brown all the way, and will back it out wisely. And love the hustle there by Hollifield to get back. But we'll stay on this end. 7:36 to go here in the first half.
Wake Forest, this basketball team, not trying to cut or anything the other teams we've seen in the last few years, but this team has some depth. They have the ability to shoot, and they obviously can go inside and score consistently. So again, you don't even worry if you don't get any transition. There's a shot possibly that you gave up to get a better shot.
Brown drives, kicks it. Carter, 3 is good.
What I'm saying. Very well done on the half-court set by Wake Forest. 3 players touch the basketball. You go inside, you go outside, you knock down a shot. Wake Forest on a run. Carter and Madison Jordan have combined to make 14 of the 31 three-point baskets that Wake Forest has made so far this season. So far, they've made 2 of the 4. So it's good consistency, getting shooters in areas where they're comfortable because of good offensive flow. 7 assists for Wake Forest on 11 made field goals.
Yeah, that's great offense. And 8-0 run to start this second quarter for Wake Forest.
Tough shot, good D, let's go.
Look to add to it. Here's Sorby.
Fitzsippers takes the timeout to slow this roll, but he's got to find a way to get some stops and some scores for Western Carolina right now.
Boy, Carter had a notion there. Instead, she'll give it to Oliver, now to Sorby. Shot clock becoming a factor with 5. Sorby drives, the runner is up, no good. Brown on the offensive rebound again, and this time she's fouled and will head to the free throw line.
You know why you could be really happy with the Wake Forest set right there? Is because there were shots available that could have been taken, or you dropped the ball, but there was spacing. You saw a back cut. You saw another one. You didn't get it. You were very, very patient. Drive the ball in there. Sorby takes a shot, miss. You get a second chance opportunity, and then Milan Brown goes to the free throw line. Very active. The word to me tonight, for this game, or today I should say, is aggressive. They've been very aggressive on offense and also on the defensive side.
Brown with her second try. And gets that one to drop.
And when she sees the ball go in the basket or can get a steal or deflection, that just turns the motor up for her.
Western still looking for their first points here in the second quarter. And that's a good way to get it, putting the ball in the hands of Taj Hunter.
Nice job by Hunter.
She's got 10 now.
18 against Tusculum, had 12 in that tough game against Oklahoma a couple of weeks ago. But being very aggressive scoring. Somebody's got to score when you're not getting the ball, and Hollifield's not able to score. Got numbers.
See if the Catamounts can string together back-to-back baskets here. Hollifield will set this offense here. Under 6 to go in the second. Now with 5 to shoot. Ball in Hunter's hands, nowhere to go, and she traveled.
Well, the thing that teams are going to have to understand is that if you try to drive and you pick up your dribble, if Wake does what they've got to do and contest the dribble, you're shooting over everybody on that back line's over 6 feet tall, okay? So then you've got to make a scoring decision. Do I kick it out or do I try to shoot this and risk getting it blocked or missing or whatever? That's a nice cut.
That was the 7th turnover of the first half for Western Carolina.
Wake has done this season a really nice job on inbound situations under. Let's see if they can get a score or get the ball inbounds and then go to a play.
Oliver will back this one out. Four on the shot clock.
Oh,
Sorby,
nice
pass underneath. Had a chance at an and-one opportunity, but Kennedy Moore earns a trip to the free throw line.
A lesson to anyone that plays basketball: if you will move without the ball, don't stand still. If the ball doesn't stick, you move. Good things are going to happen. You're going to get a shot eventually. Just keep moving. Watch this. Watch the screen and roll action there. Nice little pass inside. Got to catch that, protect it, and go up strong, and you'll get a foul or a basket or both sometimes.
Fouls on Grace Pack. That is her second. As the senior from Richmond now will head to the Western Carolina bench. And Moore hasn't attempted a lot of free throws here through the first 5 games. Just 4 of them now, 3 of 5 from the line.
No, they don't. 14th best so far in the early year of the ACC. They only shoot about 64% from the free throw line. And so, you know, you'd like to see your bigs go to the line some, but they're knocking down some threes, and you've got balance. So we'll take what you can get right now.
Well, Caitlin Jones took that one away, didn't she? She goes down and didn't have the angle, but draws the foul. Boy, she is so quick.
I'm telling you what, I wouldn't want to be a perimeter player knowing I've got to face either Caitlin Jones on one side or Milan Brown and Sorby somewhere leering too to get a steal. You just pick the pocket and take it the other end.
So Jones misses the first one. So one Western Carolina fan making his presence felt inside the arena. And
well, he got a ticket, got a good seat. He didn't ask. He got a free ticket. He just didn't know where it was. He's on the wrong side. He's all right. Scream all you want, but you need to be on the other end. Let him go. Let him go. I know some places he wouldn't do that. Obviously, he's not at Temple or Villanova.
There are numerous places.
It's not a place.
Yeah.
But, hey, to each his own.
Off the turnover, here's Jones. Gets the ball right back. Now to Raven Preston.
Move it, move it.
Preston wants to drive it. Had it partially blocked there underneath by Dijon.
Nice play by Dijon.
And an offensive foul on Allie Hollifield, and that brings Jonathan Sispis up off the bench.
Dixon's got some size. 6'1", 6'2", gets the block. You know what? To be honest with you, that's a no call, I think. You know, but I think you'd rather have a travel than have the offensive foul call.
Yeah. Well, they call it on Hollifield. So under 4 to go now here in the second. After such a quick first couple minutes here in the second quarter, things have settled down now. Wake leading by 12. They go inside to Preston. Can't get it to go down. Again, a guard for Wake Forest sneaking in on the offensive glass. It's Jones that time. They earn an extra possession, but the three won't fall for Bird. Western Carolina's kind of hanging around in this game, down by just 12. Feels like they should be trailing by more. Nice step through there by Bowers, but couldn't get it to drop.
No reset, Scott, no reset.
Bowers, baseline, again amongst all the trees. Pretty pass underneath, right as the shot clock was expiring to Joyce Malumba.
Nice recognition that time by Bowers to find Malumba right there with just a split second left to get that off. And you're right, just hanging around, playing some defense, forcing Wake Forest to take some jumpers, and if they don't get that second chance opportunity, got away with travel right there.
Carter stops at the free throw line and drains it.
She may have split the feet at the top, but she got under control, and that little 12-foot, 10 to 12-foot paint shot's going to be there. Nice job by Carter.
Hallie feed to Hunter at that free throw line, missed the jumper. Dijon with the offensive rebound. She'll kick it out. Hunter for three, and that one spins away.
Oh, it's a tough break there.
Every time she shoots, it looks like it's going in,
really,
though, doesn't it?
Yeah, you really think so. Some really nice looks.
There's miscommunications between Jones and Moore. But
clock winding down, Scott. Finding a player under there, just a good shot to a better shot. That's Malumba. And then watch Mary Carter at the top of the key. Catch it under control, one step there. And that's far enough. And notice that she kept the ball up high. She didn't bring the ball down, kept it high, was able to use her size at 6'3" and knock down a shot.
Under 2 minutes left in the half. Dijon turns. Won't get it to drop.
Dijon's had some nice looks today, had she?
Yeah, she really has. And a nice feed again in transition. Jones just splits the defense, and Kennedy Moore, the beneficiary.
I'm telling you, Caitlin Jones has had a really solid game. Maybe her best basketball game as far as decisions being made. Watch this. The no-look on the perfect spot. I don't have a problem with you making a no-look pass, but you got to put the ball in the right place. Put it right at the chest high. You're able to make the catch and then finish. Nice job of catching and finishing by Kennedy Moore, but it was all set up by the penetration by young Miss Caitlin Jones.
Foul was on Hunter. She takes a seat here now, and the three-point play is in the books for Kennedy Moore.
After the made basket, a little full court pressure, a little token pressure, but you got somebody on the basketball, and that's Jones. If I'm Hollifield right now, I need my teammates to screen for me, to find a way to get it and kind of get the ball out of my hands so Jones will leave me alone for a second.
She has not been able to find a scoring opportunity. Forces one up there, maybe. Ball just bounces into Western's hands. Back to Hollifield. She'll drive it, forces it up. Dijon has it one more time. Burnett for three. That's no good. Follows her own shot. Might have had it blocked underneath. And finally, Wake Forest down with the rebound.
Good second chance opportunity several times for Western Carolina, not able to finish in transition.
Carter for three. And 1 minute left to go in the half. Wake Forest leading by 15. Bowers drives baseline. Burnett pulls up, gets it to drop.
Nice off the bounce. Made the adjustment from the previous spot. Put it on the floor, got in rhythm, knocked down the shot. Wake Forest has got to do a better job of getting that rebound as opposed to reaching. They've got to jump. And Western Carolina, quick leapers off the glass, giving themselves a second and third chance, hanging around in the second quarter.
Here's Jones, little spin, kicks it out. Moore for three. Wouldn't go down. And there's going to be a whistle against Western Carolina. And I think it's going to go on Allie Hollifield. Actually, they'll give it to Tina Bowers, and that's going to be her first. So Raven Preston now to shoot two. Again, Wake Forest leaving some points at the free throw line here in the first half. As a team, you talked about, they shoot just 64%. And 1 of 2.
There's that pressure.
You see 4 of 10 from the line, and Western has not attempted a free throw here in the first half.
Possession error goes the way of Western Carolina. So they try to get 2 for 1, try to get a bonus basket if they can.
5 left to go here on the clock. Burnett
Right
drives, drops it off inside, but stolen away. Good hustle by Wake Forest as they get the stop to close out the first half. So the Demon Deacons pull away here in the sounds.
And only playing with 1 foul, so look for her to be a little bit more aggressive, maybe inside the 10, 12-foot area for Western Carolina. With Hollifield not being able to score, they've got to find a way to get some points.
Well, they went right to her to start off the third quarter, Stan, and had a couple good looks and just wouldn't drop through for her. Brown in transition the other way and scores it for Wake Forest.
Brown upset she missed the layup, but fired up. You love that young enthusiasm out of the freshman from Baltimore.
Well, you mentioned Dijon getting on track. You think Hollifield as well. She averages 15, has the ball in her hands, but just had that early basket, and other than that, hasn't been able to score.
Well, Wake's done a good job and keeping an eye on her. But one thing, there you go.
Still, though, had to rush that one a little bit, right?
Well, what she's finding out against the zone, they're going to have to find a way to move her and maybe get her in gaps or shoot from the top of the key. She likes the wings. Kind of reminds you of Jordan a little bit. But when she goes to the wings, she's got really big players. Usually you got one really big player on one wing, maybe not so much. Wake's got wings on both sides that are over 6 feet tall. So it makes her shot adjustment very difficult, as you saw there. Western Carolina playing a little zone also.
Sorby, kick it out, 5 to shoot. Corner 3 is away, and good by Mary Carter.
And that's a great example of what you do when you'll penetrate and make and attack the zone. 2 people go after the basketball, the wing shooter gets ready. And I think we're going to talk a lot about that all season long, inside-outside scoring.
Lead is 19, largest of the game for Wake Forest. Floater, no good by Hunter. Offensive rebound was there, but didn't drop through for Mulumba.
Mulumba, one of the leading rebounders in the Southern Conference, averaging about 8 boards a ball game. Not able to finish that time.
Brown looking inside. Moore turns, faces, and short-armed it. It will be Western Carolina basketball.
That zone area, that low block here is going to be there. But the posts have got to be ready to score and don't put it to the floor. She gets the shot, she just turns and faces and shoots. But she puts it to the floor and she lost all her power, not able to get inside and make that shot. Something to put in your mental notebook as you work in the post. Nice bounce pass.
Yeah, try to get it back inside to Ari Dijon, and Coach Sispis has made a concerted effort to start this third quarter to try to get it into the hands of the 6'1" post player.
Last year at Cal Poly, Carter had 20 games where she had 5 more rebounds. So she's got good hands and long arms. You saw her kind of reach into the last second and deflect that.
And there's Ari Dijon with a nice mid-range jumper.
Yeah. Started her career at Cal Bakersfield and went to Vermont. Not a big score, only about 9 points at Bakersfield, about 2 in Vermont, but has the ability to score in the mid-range.
Moore turns and faces. Shot's too strong. Rebound into the hands of Taj Hunter. Hunter with 10 to lead the way, calling for the basketball. We'll swing it to Hollifield, gets it right back. Now to the corner to Bowers. Her 3 is away and off the mark, but right into the hands of Hollifield, who will back it out. Hunter drives, and that will be a whistle going against Sorby of Wake Forest. That's her second. Opal Bird will come in and spell Kennedy Moore. Here with 6:47 to go in the third.
On the clock.
Hollifield trying to get that jump shot off instead with a nice feed on a cutting pass to Dijon.
Excellent, absolutely excellent.
So Dijon has 4 in a row and picks up the loose ball. Long outlet to Hollifield. She's got Sorby to beat. Will drive it into her, but couldn't convert it.
Just getting in there and contesting just enough, playing without fouling.
Yeah, Sorby did a good job not picking up her third there.
Yeah, and I feel we'll probably look at that side of this basket I should have made. But what a nice little pass a moment ago.
Carter misses the 3. Western has numbers. Bowers into the paint, kicks it out, and Oliver gets back defensively. Now Sorby says, hold on now, let's ease things up. Takes a look over at Coach Jebbia, gets the play call here for this set. And that's a good play call. Go inside, right, to Oliver.
Well, you flash the post and they try to take away. What happens, you loosen up on the weak side defender. Carter just goes right inside, steps right inside there, gets a nice pass and is able to score. Nice little set.
42-25, Wake Forest.
Thought Western Carolina was getting some kind of rhythm offensively. That was a big basket to change some of the momentum for the Catamounts. But again, move the basketball, find the area where she can shoot over that of Hollifield. That would be on the side right now where you see Brown.
That'll be a bump on Oliver.
Watch this pick and roll. Nice little bounce pass, perfectly passed, catch it, and then go right to the, then come back to the other side. Again, and watch that screen, catch that. They got the defender on her hip. There was nothing you could do except take the ball out of the basket. Let's go the other way.
7 points for Oliver for Wake Forest. A couple substitutions on both sides for Western Carolina. Pack is back on the floor along with Burnett. That deflection will keep it here for Western Carolina, and for Wake Forest, Caitlin Jones, among others, on the floor. And there's Hollifield. Just give her a half a step, and she'll make you pay. Her second 3 of the game.
Well, she's an excellent shooter, and she's a rhythm player, and she's finding the gaps. And if she can probe that, you give her an opportunity to get her feet set, she can bury threes.
Carter to answer. Just grazed the front iron.
One step further than she needed to be.
Hollifield will drive it this time. And let's see, they're going to wave off the basket, and an offensive foul on Western Carolina. So we'll take a break here. Deeks out in front.
And almost 90 against Tusculum. But in the other games, the Asheville game and especially the Oklahoma game, baskets have been hard to come by. Interesting, only 7 points so far in the third quarter for Wake Forest. They're averaging about 20 points. Nice bounce pass, better basket. About 20 points a ball game in the third quarter, which has been their highest scoring quarter so far this season. 19. They've been a second half basketball team for some reason. They average about 39 points in the second half of ball games. Western Carolina's highest scoring's been the fourth quarter. They averaged about 18 points a ball game. So we'll see how the numbers fare.
5 to shoot on this trip. Pack misses the free throw line jump shot. This is their first game of the season. Hasn't played. Transfer of Gardner Webb. I know they're happy to have her back in the lineup.
Yeah. Gives them some maturity, gives them some size, the ability to score from 10 to 12 feet around. Notice the last couple of possessions from Western Carolina, they've found the side of the floor where there's a smaller wing defender. Gives Hollifield an opportunity to shoot or put it on the floor at time. That was one that she wish she had back also.
Jones drives it, drops it off underneath. And you love the hustle on both sides. Jones tried to defeat Preston, just kind of couldn't handle it. Tried to shuffle it over there to Oliver, I believe, but we got a held possession, and we'll stay on this end, Wake Forest basketball.
That was a really nice penetrating pass that time by Jones, and I thought Preston was going to finish it with the dunk or something because he came in off the air, but not able to handle it cleanly. But again, being aggressive, attacking the paint. And there are going to be some games where Wake Forest is not going to be able to do that. So we can't get too crazy, but they have to be able to make those jump shots when it happens. If you take away the inside, that means the outside should be there to knock down shots. Now, a bad night's going to be when they're taking the inside away and the outside away. Wow.
Boy, love the hustle by Jones, and Hollifield in all kinds of difficulty, and that'll be a turnover. She couldn't get it across the timeline.
I just love her aggression. We've noticed it early in the ball game with the team, and then you get one-on-one good defenders in Caitlin Jones that can make plays and move her feet out of Roseville, North Carolina. Won a state championship in this very building and wants to continue those winning ways. That was a great winning way play.
Boy, great catch there by Preston. Forces it up. Can't get it to drop, though. She's still looking for her first field goal of the game.
Got a hand on it. It almost looks like Coach Jebbia has given the challenge to Jones to say, okay, Hollifield's yours. And she's turning down the floor and immediately trying to find her and just turn her, make her work, get her fatigued. Look at this one-on-one battle defensively, 5-on-5, a sophomore and a freshman. Basketball's in good hands.
Yeah, another deflection for Wake Forest defensively. Mary Carter comes back in as Raven Preston will take a seat. .235 to go here in the third, 44-28, Wake Forest.
And Jones is guarding Hunter right now. Let's see if they'll switch or get back. Another defensive assignment. Wake Forest looks like they're playing a little man out of this. They're back in the zone. So again, what side of the floor do you elect to run your offense or either run Holyfield through? She's trying to do it off the bounce. It's going to be hard for her to do.
Dizon with the shot clock winding down, and it just has to flick it up. And Wake Forest, Coach Jebbia and staff happy with that defensive possession. Jones driving it all the way in. Now we'll back it out. And that'll be a foul on Betsy Burnett. And she's giving up all kinds of height to Opal Bird there. And
but did you see why I've been harping about the bounce pass? An air pass, Burnett can get her hand around it. But she uses her body, Bird, and that bounce pass stayed low, and it was right there, and you pick up the foul. That was music to my ears right there to see that.
You are happy.
Oh, I'm very happy. I'm happy. You know, Drew and him are on me about stuff. Don't miss the mark. Say the word right there. Say this correctly. I got you. I'm listening to you, Drew. But, you know, you did something I like right there.
Jones misses the three. Wake just 5 of 21 from beyond the arc.
So, again, a bigger player in Jordan comes out to contest Holyfield. She's got to keep moving. You'll get a shot. There we go.
Steps into it, too strong. Rebound down to Jordan.
Wake Forest has done a nice job in at least making those shots become more difficult.
Caitlin Jones, great feed underneath to Grace Oliver, and a chance at a three-point play.
Caitlin Jones can go home tonight and rest knowing, hey, I played my best college basketball game. Look at the eyes, look at the eyes, look at the eyes. The eyes will tell you. Goes inside, look, find the pass, perfectly passed. Oliver catches and scores. Oliver's got really nice hands, but you can't have good hands if you don't have a good pass sometimes. Sometimes you get a bad pass and you can still make it up, but boy, when you get a nice pass right there, and Caitlin Jones has done it on both ends of the floor.
Well, she kind of led Oliver right to where she wanted her to go with her eyes.
Perfect.
A little bit over to the side, and doesn't make the free throw, but we're at 46-28. We've been talking a lot about Hollifield. And
well, she's having to work. I mean, she's having to work. She's stationary right now, which is good defensively. And here she goes. Here we go.
Out of Bowers, and Burnett has a clean look, high arcing three. And Wake by 18, 50 seconds left to go here in the third. And in control here in Winston-Salem. And Oliver's pass kicked and deflected there. So Wake will keep it. Oliver will check out. Emily Johns comes in for the first time. And another foul on the catch as Mary Carter at 6'3". She's just too big inside right now, just too tall, too much length, and a smaller Western Carolina get caught on the backside and draws another foul.
Get him on your back. They will hack.
Nice feed to a cutting Johns, who just couldn't convert it.
Look
but the stick back off the steal by Caitlin Jones. Didn't give up on it. Another great defensive play by the freshman. And look at the way she is just hawking Hollifield here.
At the end of this ball game, Hollifield may change her number because she said, every time I see 5, I'm going to think about Jones. It's been in the uniform. It's a good defensive effort by Wake Forest so far in this second half of basketball.
Clock winding down. Hollifield has to launch it and hits a big three to end the quarter, and much needed points for Western Carolina. Carter's just doing what she does, right?
Well, Mary Carter's just solid, and then 5 out of 9 shooting. She's taking a few more threes than normal, but hadn't got a rebound. I mean, Grace Oliver, I should say. Mary Carter's done a nice job of 4 out of 10, 2 out of 7. But other players have stepped up, but I think the person that really has been the epitome of this basketball game has been Jones, and other players stepping up making shots. And if you can do that for Wake Forest, I think you can have some success this year. They're going to take away other teams are coming, and they're going to take away your better players. So other players have got to step up, and if this team is willing to do that, I think you can have some success. Hollifield's not really been able to get some good looks, but Tosh Hunter, 4 out of 10, quiet in the second half.
But she didn't even attempt a shot in the third quarter. Is on the bench now. So they did a good job on her defensively for sure. And then, boy, Emily Johns right off the bench comes in and scores.
1,000-point player, an all-conference player at American in Johns, who set out last year due to injury, is a grad transfer. So that's another player that can do what? Can score the basketball. So you may not have the 25, 30-point night for some players, but I think you get a whole lot of people getting 10, 11, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 like that. That's a shot she's got to look for.
Burnett will drive and kick. Bowers just gets it away, and the hard-arcing three right in front of the Catamounts bench is good.
Her first three-point basket made in her career. And again, they talk about her at Western Carolina as like a person that can potentially have a nice career.
Catamounts 6 of 16 from beyond the arc now. Wake Forest hasn't needed a lot of them, but they've taken them when they've been open. That one comes up short, missed by Carter. Hunter and Dijon at the scores table waiting to come in for Western Carolina.
All eyes on number 5 in black. Defense doing a nice job rotating.
Inside, Grace Pack had it, went up with it and stripped away and out of bounds off of Wake Forest. So now you will get Hunter and Dijon back on the floor. 2 capable scorers if Western's going to try to make this furious comeback here with just under 8 left to go.
Well, if you're going to make that run, you got to do it by getting some scores and taking Wake Forest out of their comfort zone offensively. Just, there you go.
Trailed by as many as 20. Hollifield squares, fires. Would have been big. Dijon has the offensive rebound to Hollifield. Little flat-footed jump shot is good. And
Dijon
the lead is down to 14.
Really done a nice job of being active. That's like, what, her 9th rebound, maybe 10. I think she's got 10 now. So working on a double-double. And just kept it alive, and you find Hollifield. It doesn't take her long. She's got a good look on the shot.
John steps through and couldn't get it to drop. Here come the Catamounts.
Need a basket right now.
Bowers swings it back out front. Pack squares, fires, and it's good.
Well, we said a few moments ago she had a shot there and she didn't look for it, and she could just step in there. That's good ball reversal. An excellent job of Western Carolina moving the ball side to side, finding the shooter.
And Wake Forest will get a timeout. New life at the Catamount bench.
Carolina. Now, can you stick a couple of defensive plays in there, get a few more baskets, and make this game kind of a tight sneaker ball game?
Under 7 to go here in Winston-Salem.
Good timeout for Wake Forest to settle everybody down, get everybody moving the basketball, move this defense around. Look for something to touch inside first before you go outside. There's the inside.
Sorby nearly traveled, kicks it out to Jordan. 2 to shoot. Bird has to force one up. And the long rebound into the hands of Hollifield.
Nice job defensively for Western Carolina.
Here come the Catamounts. Bowers out to Hollifield.
Kept that pivot foot.
Bowers pulls up, spins off the rim, and the rebound corralled by Wake Forest. You'll remember in that Central game a couple nights ago, Wake Forest had big leads, allowed Central to come back, build it up again. Central would come back, and it ended up being a one-possession ball game. Have they learned from that experience here now with under 6 to go? Need a basket here. 5 to shoot. Brown cross court. Jordan. Her 3 is good.
Moving, getting the ball moving, get the person in the rhythm. She's a rhythm shooter. Caught it there. No time. Straight up, buried the shot.
Ends the drought for Wake Forest. 53-38 now. 5.5 to go. Hollifield launches one. Rebound down to Sorby.
More ball movement if you're Wake Forest. And at some point in time, if you're Western Carolina, you've got to decide, hey, can we trap this? Can we keep it out of the middle?
Brown came flying in, and loose ball rebound foul will go against the freshman from Baltimore, but you love the effort there for sure.
Yeah. Let's see what the matchup's going to be at half court.
Inside, Dijon underneath.
Too easy. Great recognition by Hollifield. We told you she leads the team in assists as well. Made a great decision. Split the defender. A nice little bounce pass. Led the receiver of the pass to the ball. You get a basket.
10
well
points,
done.
10 rebounds for the Catamount post player, and a nice answer by Sorby. Doesn't score a lot, but that one was right on cue.
I think Sorby's got to start looking to score sometimes. She had a post-up move she wasn't comfortable with, but that time off the bounce, able to take the little mid-ranger.
She's got 5 here this afternoon. Hunter, who had 10 in the first half, has not scored yet here in the second half. Gives way to Bowers. To Pack. Three is good. What a spark Grace Pack has been for Western Carolina.
Well, she was a nice scorer at Gardner-Webb. Just kind of getting back into the rhythm of her season. Has missed a few ball games, but if she gives him another offensive threat.
12-point game.
What are you not seeing? You're not seeing good movement out of Wake. You're not seeing ball fakes and shot fakes. Firm believer. You move the defense with a fake. See the moving there? You get a shot.
Bird. And shuffled her feet and traveled with the basketball. 3:40 to go. Madison Jordan, the junior.
No, so you can take this non-conference schedule. You're going on the road for the first time. Nice road trip. Puerto Rico, the Morgan State, our friend Nadine Dumont down there, and UCF, and then also Illinois State, also very, very formidable basketball teams. And back here December 3rd. I think that's like Education Day. I think it's like an 11:30 tip or something. I wrote it on the calendar. I don't know if I did. Georgetown, that'll be a challenge. Saw Georgetown play the other night against George Washington, so that's going to be a tough. So the schedule's getting tougher, but you're playing at home, and you want to always defend home court, and you're trying to get momentum. But win this basketball game, and then go down to San Juan, Puerto Rico, and have a few days down there and enjoy. Did I see a little turkey thing come across the screen a minute ago? Didn't I see that? Feast week, did I see that?
It always comes back to food for you.
You're spending Thanksgiving in Puerto Rico playing basketball. What a wonderful life. What a wonderful little turkey, too. That's
Doesn't
wonderful.
sound like a bad deal, does it?
It's a wonderful deal. I sure wish I had it. Look at the turkey.
There you go.
3 turkeys on the screen. Well, actually 2. I don't know where you are. Get over there. You know, 2 turkeys. Feast week. We got so much to be thankful for, and half of that is, part of that is being right here with you and good people in Wake Forest and the ACC network. So, hey, it's a good thing. I got a lot to be thankful for. But I tell you what, I'd really be thankful if I was going to Puerto Rico eating some turkey Thursday afternoon. That's all right. You see the turkey go by the pool. High-low. Keep it moving. Everybody's got to be moving now. Make the defenders tire. Protect the basketball. Screen, cut, pass and screen away. Drive, get a basket.
Brown just does get it away. Unable to convert, but they work some time off the clock. And the Catamounts have got to score here on this trip.
Almost everything you wanted there.
Dizon wide open for 3, wouldn't drop in. And now Caitlin Jones on the floor here in the 4th.
Rested and ready to play the final 2 minutes. So Hollifield said, oh, goodness, here she comes. But then Hollifield's got to step her game up. She's a big-time player.
Under 2 minutes left. Deeks by 12. Bird left open. High arcing jumper is off the mark.
Wake Forest has taken over 23-point attempts in 3 ball games this season. The best they've shot out of that has been 7 of 29. So as impressive as you've been inside scoring all season long, you're not doing a good job shooting from the perimeter. 22% from 3 line this season, which is like 320th in the nation NCAA-wise. You're going to have to shoot the ball better.
Well, they've kind of left a crack in the door here this afternoon, but have done just enough, and that may do it as Grace Oliver scores underneath. She's got 13 now, right at her average, and Western Carolina, Coach Sid.
They're more efficient now. They're making a concerted effort with that size and length to score in there. They're doing a nice job so far.
Hollifield spots up for 3 out of the timeout. They get the play call.
Great call.
Works to perfection.
If you leave her alone for a second, and that time she attacked the big and had her feet set, what did she do? She gripped the cords. Protect the basketball if you're Wake Forest. Time and score your way. That's a big one.
And Carter answers.
Not sure that was the shot you wanted at the time and score, but Mary Carter was open and said, why not? Let's knock this down. I'll make it.
40 seconds left. Hollifield forces one up and drains it.
I'm telling you now, they've done a good job of her, but if you give her just a slither of opening and let her see the ball, she knocks it down.
Cuts the lead down to 11 with 30 seconds left, and looks like the Catamounts are going to let this one play out.
Western Carolina team, you're going to hear a lot out of them, I think, in the SoCon.
And picked to finish 7th out of the 8 teams, but look like they're going to be a a tough out, and an illegal screen there on Wake Forest will send it the other way. Interesting stand in this game. Western has not shot a free throw the entire ball game here with 14.
Western Carolina.
Yeah.
You know, I'm looking at, she's walking this way, going to the sideline. But it reminded me, Christina Bowers for 0. Freshman had a nice shot, had good things. Wake Forest can get out of here in 14 seconds, and you can think about the beach for a hot minute. So Turkey, of course.
Hollifield cranks one from the corner. Wake secures the rebound into the hands of Jones. And the Demon Deacons will hold court here in Winston-Salem. 60-49 the final, as Coach Jebbia sees her team improve.